Hey honey roses, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I just want to start off by saying how much I love you, and let's get started. I'm trying to fix things a little bit. I saw some wrinkles. All right, and you're always welcome here in this space with me. You always know that. I always tell you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, just send me an email and let me know. And then I'll let you know how we can get that going. Okay. All right, okay, all right, okay. Okay, all right, okay. I don't know why I want to say that. All right. Holy Spirit, come through. Please protect my energy in this reading as well as the collective's energy. Help them get clarity on the situation. Share with them whatever it is that you need them to know, what's important right now that they need to focus on to help them to make the best decision for themselves. All right. What do you want them to know, Spirit? What is the message for today? Before I started, I heard that there's layers to you. Like there's layers to you, and there are people around you that are starting to notice that you're just not, you're not just one layer. Like there's layers to you. Okay. They may have saw you from one perspective initially, but as time progressed, they started to recognize that there's much more to you than they noticed, than they realized. Okay, and it's almost, it's a surprise because you've changed, and these people in your energy can't like keep up with you, is what I'm feeling. Okay, let me see. Holy Spirit, what do you want them to know? You may have been holding back from a lot of people that mistreated you, a lot of people that you thought loved you, but then you recognize that the love that they gave you, it was flawed. Like it wasn't genuine, or it could just be that these people could love you, but their love is also has like an overcast of like jealousy and envy and like all of these ill will feeling towards you. So you've decided to hold back from many people that you used to really get into it with. And getting into it could be romantically, it could be conversationally, it could be argumentative, okay? It could be deep diving, like going deep, like talking and having like a deep conversation. It could be, you know, any way, but it's just you really highlighting the fact that there was a lot of fake love around you. It was fake. Like the people that you thought cared, they didn't mean you well. And when you noticed it, it was heartbreaking. But then you responded to it by separating yourself from certain spaces and places. And now people are missing you. I feel like people that treated you wrong are missing you. And I feel like they feel bad. A lot of them feel bad. They feel like they have to like make it up to you somehow, but you're past that stage. Like you're over it. Like you don't care if they do or not, is what I'm picking up here. Like you don't even care. Like the chance is over. The chance is over. And it's not like you've become completely cold. It may seem like that to the outside world, but in all actuality, it's just you protecting your energy and just knowing, seeing people's true colors for what they are and actually paying attention to them and taking heed to them instead of pretending like everything is cool, and just going along with, you know, continuing to deal with them and converse with them like you don't realize what it is, like, you know, like, you know what their intentions were when certain things were said or certain perspectives were brought up. And it was almost like to get a rise out of you or try to make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel discomfort, okay? But your layers run deep. Spirit just said your layers run deep. You know what it reminds me of? I don't know. I just had an image of, I don't know if it's Pillsbury that makes that biscuit, but it's like a biscuit. Is it a biscuit? I think it's a biscuit. It sounds funny that I'm talking about a biscuit right now, but I'm talking about it because it has a lot of layers, and they're very thin layers, but they're fluffy at the same time, which it is like a lot of you, a lot of aspects of you are hidden because people fail to get to know you before they pass judgment on you. Like they fail to get to know you better or just understand you, you know. That's why it's important to understand people for who they are and what they do show you. Because if you really want to get to know someone, the rest of their truths will be revealed over time, but you can't expect to get everything all at once. Like, you know, you can't expect to get everything all at once because that's just not realistic. And a lot of people like canceled you out because they thought that you were only one layer. But meanwhile, you were like this exotic flower that continues to blossom and continues to blossom. It's like even when you wither and when you have trouble, you're still beautiful. Like you're still beautiful. And I feel like that irritates someone as well. Or it could irritate many people. It could be multiple people here. What else, Spirit? But there are many layers to you that people don't even get a chance to see because they pass judgment too quickly. And everybody, like people tend to think they know it all when it comes to you for some reason. I don't know what that's about. People think they know you more than they do. There's something strange like that here that I'm picking up. Like people just think they know you. They know what you're going to do. Like they feel like they thought that you were predictable or something like that. They thought that they would know. They thought they just knew it all. Like they thought that they could tell you your story before you share it. Like it's something like that. But there's so much more that they don't even know about. It's not even out yet. And so now it makes them sad about how they treated you when you didn't show so many layers. I feel like you're starting to slowly reveal your layers, but it's still gradual. It's not like you're giving everything all at once, because you're not. You're not giving everything all at once. And I feel like I'm compelled to say I am an intuitive reader. I feel like someone needs to know that. I feel like somebody just asked a question. And I'm compelled to say I am an intuitive reader for whoever just asked that question. Okay? Or you might have even thought it. I don't know. But I have to tell you that I am an intuitive reader. I don't just read the cards. I read the energy that I pick up. And I go by my intuition, how I feel, my feelings. I go by my instincts. Okay? Somebody needs to hear that. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm answering your question. All right. And I feel like people just thought that you were going to stay in this like page energy. But that was just like the beginning. Like that's all they saw. I think that's the layer that everyone saw. Like it's like people saw you as a child, like saw you in childlike form, or they put a label on you like you just act like a child or something like that, or you're just childlike, or you have this immature, not immature, I don't want to say that. It's more like not sincere. That's not the word I was looking for. Innocent. You had like this innocence to you where people felt like they could run all over you or something. Like there's this genuine like innocence where certain aspects of life you may not have known at a time before, but that was just a part of your journey. Like we're not gonna know everything all at once. Like we're a computer. Like we AIs. We're not AIs. We're human. Okay, so we're not just gonna know everything in a drop of a hat. That's not realistic for someone who's living life. Life is a flower. Life is a rose. Okay, life blooms. You know, we die and we grow again. We keep dying, you know, our past keeps, you know, being put to rest. Like a previous part of us keeps being put to rest, and then we grow again and we become a better version of ourselves. So for these people, I just went real country on them. I don't know where that came from. But for these people that were thinking this way of you, I'm laughing at myself because I just said people. But anyway, for these people who thought so, I feel like people thought less of you than who you truly are. People just thought less of you, and they didn't even get a chance. They didn't even give you a chance to grow. You know, that's the worst thing that a person can do to another person. Pass judgment on them instead of understanding them. Like, at least try to understand the person first. Like, I mean, because we all have this instinct, even if we don't really want to judge people, we still have that mindset where there's probably things sometimes that we don't say out loud because we don't want to hurt feelings or ruffle feathers. You know, there's certain things that you're like, nah, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to say that. That's not nice. Like, you know, you check yourself. Like, let me check myself. Let me not. That's not nice. Because you don't know what people have gone through. You don't know what's going on with people. Like, Kimble your mouth, because I just feel like, it's important for you to understand that people have their own journey, and people in your life are supposed to understand that you have your own journey as well. And it's like, when you say something messed up to someone, just thinking about yourself in such a selfish way that you don't be conscious of the words you speak, you could hurt someone's feeling, and they could off themselves just because they were already having a horrible life. If you ask them, they would say their life is horrible and they don't know why they're here. And there's plenty of people where, you know, if you say just one thing, that would just take them off the edge, and then that'd be it. And it's like, you didn't even realize that what you said changed someone's course of action. Like, so it's like, there goes that golden rule, you know, treat people as you want to be treated. Like, you know, because we don't know what people are going through. I don't know why I'm compelled to say this, but Spirit is talking to me, so I'm just speaking what I'm hearing, okay? We don't know what people are going through behind closed doors. So we should be mindful of how we say certain things to people, especially if we know it's mean, and if we know we wouldn't want to hear it. Why are you saying it to someone else? Like, don't do that. And I feel like these people did that to you, but you were one of the select few that were able to triumph through that with the Six of Wands and the Chariot. You were able to, like, trample all of that. Like, and not everyone can do that. That's my point here. So it's like, these people are trolling, being trolls, you know, not uplifting people, but speaking death over their life. And I'm not talking about growth. I'm not talking about, like, the death card. I'm not talking about transformation. I'm talking about speaking death into you, trying to make you feel bad and make you feel like you're not worth living. That's what I'm talking about. People like that. Like, it's important that we are mindful that life is hard. It's hard enough already. Like, why are so many people breaking down other people on purpose? It's unnecessary. Like, focus on yourself. Build up yourself. You're worried so much about other people that you're breaking other people down on purpose. That's crazy. Turn on the news and look what's happening outside. Why are you adding to that? Isn't that enough? That's not enough for you? You want more? You want to add to it? I don't get it. And it's like, it's very aggravating to see, because I really truly believe that I almost want to say this, and it makes me feel uncomfortable a little bit because it's heavy, but I have to say it. It's almost like if we are not strong enough in spirit, we can hold each other's life in each other's hands. Now, when I say that, I mean, you can either speak life to someone or you can speak death into someone. And you can make someone not want to be here anymore by the things that you say and speak to them. Or you can make them want to live and want to push harder and persevere through the pain and the trouble and the heartache. So it's like, what are you going to do? And I just feel like, to say all that, I just feel like these people in your life did that to you. Like, said little subtle things that they know could bother you from your past. Like little things that they could say that will trigger you. And they know you, so they know it's a trigger. So they try you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you hear me? Like, I just feel like that's what a lot of people do that are hurting inside. But instead of having a conversation and being honest and trying to uplift each other, it's like, let me tear you down so I can feel better. Let me break your spirit so I can feel better. Because if I break you and I notice you feel worse than me, then I've accomplished some type of false accomplishment, some type of accomplishment that really doesn't mean anything anywhere. It doesn't mean anything in the spirit, and it doesn't mean anything in the physical. So what is it for? It's for you to feel better, because you have weaknesses that you need to strengthen, but you feel like the best cause of action is to break another person down, which is your brother or your sister. Even if it's not through blood, we all live here together on this earth. But people would rather quarrel and argue and fight and be violent towards one another than to encourage, uplift, and be like a support system. Like, you know, be a support system. And then you have those people like, you know, spiritualists and motivational speakers that really want the best for people, honestly. And it's not about the money, but it's about the message, because the message can change the world. Like, literally. The message of bringing the good condition to the world can literally change the world for the better. So people around you are like comfortable. The way the world is right now is comfortable, and it's easy. It's easy to just blend in and do what everybody else is doing, as opposed to being a rebel and being like, no, this is not right. What is this? This is wrong. This is not right. And I feel like you're one of the people that are like on that side of being a rebel. Like, no, I'm not. This is not okay. I'm going to question this. I'm not just going to be okay with it. I'm going to question it. And I feel like you question these people in your life, and you were like, no, I'm not just going to let you say anything to me and not respond. No, I'm not going to hold back my words anymore when I have something to say to you, because you didn't have any problem trying to hurt me on purpose, right? So it's not even about me doing, like, it's not about you. It's not about like the tit for tat. And it's not about that. It's kind of like, if you're not giving me good energy, why am I giving it to you? That's what it's about. If you can't reciprocate, okay, if you can't reciprocate, then you are not welcome in my energy. And I feel like you are in that place now, which is why you were able to have that public recognition, which is why you feel better about yourself. You feel better than you did before. Okay, you have a crown of growth, you know, on your head. Okay, you have power in your hand. You have passion. You have perseverance with this Chariot. And you kept going. Like, you did not stop. You kept going. And these people feel bad now. With this Five of Cups, they feel like they lost you. It's like there's so many people that they already hurt and that they already messed up and burned bridges with. And it's like you were the last one left with these two cups standing up. You were the last one left willing to listen to them and support them and love them. And they mistreated you too. So now that bridge is burned and they don't have anybody. Now these people don't have anybody to talk to. And the people that are around them are fake, just like them. And they don't show real love. They show that fake love. It's just fake. It's not real. It's fake. Like, you could go ahead with that fake love. If it's not real, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want people that have skewed perceptions of love and don't know how to do it, or don't want to learn how to do it and just want to be stuck in that way. Like, you know, I'm somebody who's like, you know, if you can't give me that energy, then I'm not going to give you mine. Like, why would I give you my energy if you can't even give it back to me? You know, and I feel like you and I resonate with that emotion, with that feeling of, I'm not going to give if I'm not going to receive. And it's not so much about receiving, okay? It's not about that, but it's the principle. It's the matter of the fact that people will drain you and hate you at the same time. They will hate you, but at the same time want your energy. Isn't that crazy? Okay, I don't know why I'm compelled to say this. And I don't like to talk about slavery too much because it disturbs me very much so. Because that's my ancestors and I love them and they've been through so much heartache and pain. And they be coming and talking to me and I be emotional and crying for them. Because I feel them. I feel them. I hear them. I understand what they're saying to me. And just to bring this up, it's like I read a book, I read something or I saw something one time, but it's just stuck with me. I don't know if I read something or saw something or what, but it was something that came across, you know, my vision and my hearing, where I found out that the wives of slave masters would allow their infant child to get breastfed from a slave. Like from, you know, a slave. And how could you hate someone and allow your child to suckle and be fed from them? That blew my mind. When I saw that triggered me in so many different ways, okay? And I don't even want to get that deep into it because it's too heavy for this platform. I'm not even trying to talk about that. But it's just an example of how people will hate you, but drain you of your energy in any way they can, no matter how. And it's up to you to make sure that you check that. You got to check it. Like you got to be bold. You got to come through bold for yourself. You have to come through bold and let your ancestors speak through you. Let the spirit speak through you, because in the past, it was heavy back then. It was heavy. There was a lot of stuff happening in our past. And so that's why your ancestors really try to connect with you, to live through you, to give you their power. Because honestly, we watered down over here. Like here and now in the world, we are watered down people. A lot of us don't have as much strength as we're supposed to have. Even when it comes to the food that's in these grocery stores and all of this technology with the 5G and all these radio waves and all this, we're weak. Our systems are weak. We're different. We're not built like our ancestors were built. So it's like when you can connect with them, they want to give you their strength. They want to give it to you. They start to move through you. They start to speak through you. So that's where we need to be. And I feel like you might not even realize how tapped into your ancestral lineage you are. You know, you may not even realize it, because I see that you triumphed over this situation in the way you did it. I clearly see that you have your ancestors working through you. And you don't got to go all the way back too far when it comes to your ancestors. Your ancestors could be your grandmother that just passed away last month. Okay? Just to keep it simple, your aunt that just passed away a year ago, or 10 years ago, or 20 years ago. You know, but you still, that love never dies between you and that person. It never goes away. And that's friends, family, whoever you lost, they're still there. Like, and it's like, I just feel like there's a dependence on you that they have for you to do well, because they're still connected to you, because you've spoken to them, you had conversations with them, you told them that you loved them, you hugged them, you had deep conversations with them. They told you what bothered them while they were here, while they were living. You know, they told you what affected them. They told you what the things that are in the world that aggravate them and pain them. Like, you know, so you're still connected, and you're connected to them still through love. Okay, and I just feel like you've come to a place where you are really starting to pick up that good, beautiful energy from the spirit realm to assist you with moving forward, that you didn't have once before because you were still learning. But it's become a time where you're getting weaned off of the milk. You know, as a child, as an infant, infants can only have milk because they can't take solid foods because it's too much for them spiritually. But, you know, once you gain a certain level of understanding in the physical and in the spirit world, you then can get more solid substances. And for me, that's solid food. I mean, I dare to say honey. Okay, you know, honey. Let's talk about honey. Like, you know, an infant can't have honey. They're not supposed to, because there's too many possible impurities in the honey that could affect the infant. So a child can't have honey until they get older, but that means that they're ready for it. They're prepared for it. So I just feel like this is time for honey, because you're leaning towards that rose now. Now you're leaning towards the rose growth. I hope y'all hear me. I just hope y'all hear me. I feel tingles. I feel like, I just feel the energy is running through me. But I feel it for you, and I see you, and I understand you, and I know it hurts, and I know it was hard, but you made it to this point of understanding, and now you're ready for the next phase, because you're growing, and you deserve that, because you've been through a lot. You deserve to grow, and these people also deserve to be taught a lesson by not having you in their energy anymore, so that they can grow. You know, honestly, when you stick around people that mistreated you when you were giving your good energy to them, you have to remove yourself from them so that you can give them a chance to grow, because your presence not being there will force them to see that something went wrong, and it will force them to look at themselves, to try to figure out how to be better. So don't look at you removing your energy as like some type of curse. It's actually a blessing. All right. I'm going to end it there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know how you feel about the message. And always remember that the most important part of any reading is you. And always remember the God in you. And God is in you. I love you. And I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye-bye.